Hi everybody, I'm Lydia, I sew things. Today I'm going to do a video on how I clean my sewing machine, how I clean the Singer MX231. And confession, I have not cleaned it since I bought it, and I bought it back in July of 2022. And honestly, I don't usually clean my machines until something goes wrong, which you totally should not do that. All right, but here are the things I'm going to use to clean them. I have a little rag, some just scrap fabric. This is muslin. And you definitely, what you want to have is sewing machine oil. This one is one I've had for a long time. You can tell because the bottle's like yellow. It used to be white. Go to Joann's and use a coupon. All right. Yeah, use a coupon. But you want sewing machine oil. You don't want to put anything else in there. Don't use anything from the kitchen. Don't use WD-40. Nothing like that. Here's another one you can buy. I forget where I got this one. Maybe Wawak. Wawak's awesome. If you haven't gone to Wawak, go to Wawak. Wawak.com. Real person always answers the phone, by the way, if you have questions. Yeah, this one's cool because it has a nice little spout. So you can reach hard to reach places. I use this on my other machines too. Okay, yeah, and then this is an old, this is one of my kids' old toothbrushes, so that works well too. And yeah, I have a couple other brushes. These are cheap artist brushes from Michael's. I've had these forever, so I'm sorry if they're dirty. My kids like to go around and wipe off my dust. And I have a tweezer just in case. Singer, like on the manual for this machine, all they do is give you this. It's page 27 out of the little instruction thing. And basically all they say is to clean the casing unit on the bottom of the machine, but I am going to try to do a little bit better than that, especially since I haven't cleaned it for so long. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around so y'all can see. Okay, I forgot to mention you need a screwdriver, and this little thing came with the machine. And if you don't know, it's also a seam ripper, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is what they show in the little sheet of paper, just like, or the instructions, I'm sorry, cleaning the thing. All right, so let's get going. And then it's unplugged, so no accidents happen. And I am going to take off the needle. And this part might be a little scary. Let's see. Look at all this dust, y'all. See if I can get in there. I seriously haven't cleaned it in over a year, and I haven't had problems with it. Nothing too major except for when I tried to make buttonholes. It wouldn't complete the whole buttonhole. It would like do one, and then so I don't know if it's the machine or, you know, obviously I need to clean it. So let's try that, and then I can revisit the whole buttonhole situation. All right. You know what? I'm gonna zoom it back in so you can. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take my tape off. It makes me sad. It was like perfect on there. All right, no worries. Okay, so I am going to, actually, I'm first gonna take some of this, take some of this lint off. Okay, and then just kind of dust it off. And then I like to use my washcloth or something to take the little dust bunnies off so they don't end up right back on the machine. Okay, and let's see, I'm actually gonna move, I have a light over here, I'm gonna move it because it's creating a shadow. So let me do this real quick. I am there, hopefully that's a little bit better. Okay, sorry about that. I want to try to not edit too much and show you exactly how I'm approaching this. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. These two little handles right here. Oh no. All right, don't worry, we'll put it back together. It's not as hard as it looks. Okay, see how dirty that is? Oof, okay. So I am just gonna clean it off, dust it off. Yeah, and you can see there's oil and stuff in there. Okay. Oof. I really like these like front-loading bobbins because they produce the best stitches. And I say that because I have an industrial machine and it also has the same type of setup, even though it's industrial, right? But Bernina is like super expensive. But I was considering a Bernina machine when I was also looking at the industrial, and no joke, they're like almost the same price. Like, it was crazy. But Bernina is known for their quality, and they are known for having these front-loading bobbins. So that's part of what I looked at when I was looking for a decent machine that wasn't too expensive and beginner friendly. Okay. All right, so clean that out, and now I am going to, you know, it's probably better if I use the little thing that actually, the little screw that came with the machine. So let me go get that real quick. Okay, I found it. So here's the little guy. And man, these are tight. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? Let's see, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure you don't lose these. These are so easy to lose. Put them somewhere you will not lose them. Okay. Ah. Dude. It's also a like super strange angle here. Lefty loosey. Am I going right, guys? Left. Oh my gosh. Well, I haven't taken this off since I've never taken this thing off, y'all. So whoever tightened this in the factory, holy moly. Ah, there we go. Whew. I actually got a little warm. I need to take off my jacket. All right, so take this off. You know what? I'm also going to take this thing off. There we go. It's actually not that bad. There was more fuzz under in the casing. So let's see. Don't want to lose this screw. So I got two of them. Ooh-wee, check it out. So yeah, there is fuzz in there. So I'm just gonna take it off. Oh, and also don't blow into the, or use those canned air thingies because it'll blow the fuzz inside the actual machine, and you don't really get in there unless you're, you know, a tech or something that knows how to do that. But anyway, you want to get the fuzz out, and that's what we're doing. Okay. I feel like there's still stuff in there. Let me move you down a little bit. Okay. Let me know if you like these videos where I'm like filming as I go and kind of talking myself through it. I know I can also do like the voiceovers on some of those and edit them a little bit more also, but this is I mean, this is kind of more real, so I thought we'd give it a try. Plus, I need to clean it, and here we are. Okay. All right, so I'm just taking more of the little fuzz. All right. That seems simple enough, huh? All right. But what I want to do, I want to get in here. Oops. I want to get in there. Yeah, so let's take a look at that. All right. All right, so I'm gonna turn her sideways. And there's another screw right there. So I'm gonna undo that. One of those little magnetic ones would really come in handy right now, huh? Sheesh. All right. I think as that's loose as it's gonna get. Oh, okay, so it just kind of pops off. Okay, let's look inside. Okay. Nothing fancy in there. Oh, it's actually pretty clean. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, well, at this point, what I want to do is oil it. And let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Singer oil. This is interesting. Usually on my vintage machines, you see that bar? Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Okay, this bar right here is what attaches to this, or it is this bar, right? So this goes up and down, and there's a little. All right, my husband walked in and I had to stop the video. Sorry. He does not want to be on the videos. Okay, so one thing about, I really love vintage machines. Like, I love sewing machines. And one thing about the vintage Singers is that the manuals used to give you so much more information, and they were almost like little books that taught you how to sew. Like, it taught you how to, it says full instructions on how to like add a zip or how to do all these things. Okay, I'm gonna use this one because it was hard for me to get the little spout on that. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you. It's like this, and then this thing pops out. Oops. You know, it's like for hard to reach places, more for like my industrial machines. But all right, so I'm gonna use that. I'm actually don't need that much here. But what's great about those manuals, and look, I'm just gonna, I hope you can see. All right. I'm gonna put a little drop right here. You can see, it was just a little drop. Don't need a lot to lubricate these machines. And then I'm just gonna move it up and down a little bit. And I'm actually, so yeah, what I was saying about the those manuals, they're so wonderful, and they're all free on the Singer website. So if you look up Singer, like there's the Singer 99 is an old one. The Touch and Sew is a good one. There we go. Okay, so that's just one spot that you want to lubricate. There's another spot in there, but I don't know if I can get in there, and I don't think I want to take everything off. But they do advertise a metal frame on this, and it is metal, at least like that, those parts on the inside. Okay. So yeah, that was another selling point for me, is that it was a metal frame. It's probably the same metal frame on the heavy duty. Okay. All right, and since I have the oil thingy out, let's go ahead and oil. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm going to oil. Okay, this, I'm gonna point. What can I point with? Okay, so right here is where these things slide around. Okay, so I'm gonna put another drop right there. And I'm gonna put this thing back together. All right, so you want to make sure this, actually no, I'm gonna put this back on because I don't want to accidentally mess something up there. So let's do that real quick. I don't know if you can see that little cover over there. My grandma made that for me. She is a huge source of inspiration for me. She's retired now, but she used to work as a court interpreter, and she made all her own clothes. Okay, I can't see where this thing's going, so let's try this again. This little thing. Yeah, so she used to sew, oh, there we go. Okay, she used to sew all her own clothes, and she's just an amazing seamstress. You can take this and put it back on. And I was just always in awe with her. I used to go and spend weeks at a time with her, and it was just time that was very special. And she still sends me some patterns and fabric for me to make things for my daughters, which is just fun that we have that to share together. And her name is Lydia, just like me. I was named after my grandmother, and I love all the same things she does, so pretty lucky there. All right, I think, all right, it's not on quite right, and I'll show you what I did, just in case someone else does this. It's not, you see how this is sticking out a little bit? I'm gonna fix that. See if I can make this bigger. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna loosen it up a little bit. There we go. There. Bam. Okay. You don't have to do this part to clean it. I just like tinkering also with the machines. If you find yourself a good service person, you can always take it there. I'm lucky that there's some people that do good service here. Yeah. But yeah, so here's what it looks like, just in case. I just put it back in, and it just pops back in, see? And you'll be able to feel where it goes, because this should be nice and smooth. All right. Okay. One thing to help vibration, because I know someone said something about it being loud, are these little rubber drawer mats. I think I got this at the dollar store, and I just set it underneath the machine when I'm sewing, and it's not so loud. Plus it helps it stay where you want it to stay. Okay. Oof. Oh, I see another little thing of dust here. Okay. All right, let's put this baby back together. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is put this thing in and then this thing, and make sure this little ring is, the divots are facing you, okay? Not this side, okay? This side, okay? So first we're gonna put this thing in. Your needle is at the, well, your wheel is turned to the highest position, okay? So that means that that is up there, okay? That makes sure that this is in proper alignment, okay? Okay, so I know this part can be a little fussy, but we did put that little drop of oil there, and that is where the hook runs around to grab the thread. Let's see. There. Okay. It wouldn't pop in because it wasn't aligned, and it's actually yeah, I didn't have it at the highest position. Okay, so that's what happens if it's not going in or setting itself nicely. Let me zoom in some more. Okay, it should be flat. Okay, this part right here is flat. Okay, if I move this, then it won't, well, now it's kind of in there. But let me take it out again. And I'm moving the wheel a little bit. It won't go in. Okay, so if you're having trouble there, just kind of move it till it's, see where it is here. It's kind of making that little L shape. All right, so then move it up a little bit more. See, it just popped in. Okay. Popped in, and then you're going to take this guy, and you see that little knob right there. You're going to line it up right there, right there. Hope you see that on the machine down here. It's got a little little notch. Okay, so this is a part that sometimes it helps me to lean the machine back a little bit. But let's see if I can get it in there. There we go. Okay. All right, and once it's in there, you grab these little, boom, and that's it. I know I say that's it, but it can be a little, it takes some practice. And I was trying to go slow, to make sure you could see. I know it's hard to see sometimes. All right, and then I want to make sure it's in there properly. So I just turn the wheel a few times. Put this in here. Just make sure it's always at the highest position. Yeah, it's turning. Okay, I'm going to do all that again. All right, because it helps to see it all again. I think it helps. If not, you know, fast forward. It's all good. All right, so I just popped it out. So I think the needle's in the right spot. If I need to wiggle it a little bit, I will. But this, be careful with this. This part's sharp. Okay, so this is gonna go in first. Okay, so it kind of popped in there, and it's, let's see, how to get it focused right there. It's smooth here. Okay, it's nice and smooth. All right, and then this, the little divots are facing you. Okay, so I'm gonna try to hold it like this. And then I'm holding this the whole time, and then it just pops in. Okay, should I do that one more time? I think I'm gonna do it one more time. I like to see things multiple times. Sometimes it's just what it takes to learn, but it just takes practice. And then this little guy. It's not quite in there. There we go. Bam. All right. Okay, so now what I want to do actually is just run the machine and let the oil kind of circulate and lubricate everything. So I'm just gonna plug her in and do that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Actually, I'm gonna show that part too, because sometimes when you first oil it, you're gonna get oil, so you don't want to sew on your project right away. You want to take like some scraps and then run the machine through that way first. That way, if there's any like dirt or grease buildup, it'll just go on here. So yeah, let me plug her in real quick and we'll give that a go. Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. And this always goes up. And I just realized that I didn't put the plate back on. You definitely want to do that. Okay. Get your two little screws here. And I will not be tightening them as tight as they were. Sometimes you get, you never know if you might need to undo it. Or maybe clean it more often than I have. Okay, let's see. There we go. Yeah, I don't like to tighten these screws too much. All right, there we go. Put this back on. There we go. I don't like this thing super tight too. There you go. Okay. All right, and oops, let me zoom out here. Sorry. Getting used to a new stand here. Hopefully you're getting better views here than before. Okay, so I'm just going to thread her. And should probably putting a needle in there would help, huh? When cleaning the machine, it's probably a good idea to put a new needle in there, but this one's fairly new. And it's all good. Oh, you know what? Let's use it. Yeah, so I'll tell you what happened with the buttonhole. I was making a shirt, a little dress shirt, and it was for my daughter's friend for his birthday party. It was so cute. and I did my sample and everything, and I needed to sew. It was probably about 5 buttonholes, and this thing sewed, it stopped halfway from where the buttonhole needed to end. So it was a tiny buttonhole, and it would do a regular buttonhole, and then it'd do a smaller buttonhole. So it basically wasn't doing the buttonholes consistently. And then I realized I hadn't cleaned the machine in a while, and I'm hoping that's the issue, because it would be unfortunate that the one-step buttonhole doesn't work properly. I had to do a lot of seam ripping, by the way, because I have to like redo the buttonholes a few times. But that's part of the reason I chose this machine for this too, because it has a one-step buttonhole, and it just makes things easier when you just do it all in one step. So that's what happened, and I will test it out and do a buttonhole. You know what? I might do one. Okay. Can do one on this video. Why not? Let's do it. Okay. So I have it on a straight stitch, and I'm just going to sew. By the way, I do have my thread on a thread stand. I just like using a thread stand sometimes. If I change machines, which I do sometimes, it just makes it easy. Okay. So I'm gonna, actually the thread does look dark, but it's not, I'm not seeing any oil or anything. It sounds a lot smoother. Let's try that. Let's see. Let's try it. Yeah, it sounds good. Not bad considering it's been over a year, like year and a half, really. July, I looked it up because I want to do a review of, the whole, for how long I've had it. I've had it for a year and a half. July 2022. Let's try one of these. What? Oh yeah, okay. This is something that I thought was wrong with the machine, but it's user error. I switched to what they have is a stretch or overcast. It's a blind hem. It can also be the blind hem stitch, but you have to be between 3 and 5 here in order for it to work. Aww. So if you're ever stuck and you're like, why isn't it working? Make sure you're between 3 and 5 stitch length, or stitch width, sorry, stitch width. Yeah, it is really smooth. I love that. And there's what, a couple, 2-3 drops of oil. Love it. Oh, I love this little machine. Okay. I don't love how much it costs now, though. Back when I bought it, it was $130, and now it's $200. That's crazy. Inflation, I guess. All right, let's try buttonhole. I want to try a buttonhole. Let me get the thing. All right, let's do a quick buttonhole. Here's your buttonhole foot. So you're gonna take off this foot, and then you're gonna take your button, and we're gonna place it right here. And this is going to tell the machine how big to make your buttonhole, when to stop, when to come forward, and when to go back. All right, so then you're gonna take this little part and just attach it there. Okay, and then you're gonna make sure that this is in buttonhole. Stitch length is also in, what is it? Other way, sorry, here, is in the buttonhole position right here. Okay, and then this is gonna be at a 5. Right? Always do a sample before making buttonholes on your project. Okay, always, always, always. You would line this up with the marking if you had markings on it, but I just want to see if it works. Okay, so you're going to take this little lever, pull it down, all the way down, and back. Okay, so pull it down, all the way down, and back. All right. All right, let's go. I always like to put my needle down. And then I'm just gonna push the pedal. Okay, that's it. All right, so if you wanna make a second buttonhole, you just wanna like go down a placket or something that you're working on, you wanna raise this, move it to wherever you want your next buttonhole to be, and then push it back again. Okay, that should reset it. Okay, here we go. Okay, I want to do it again. Push it back. That last bar tack, it'll keep going until you tell it to stop. So you could do just 3 or 4 or whatever it is that you would like to do there. Okay, push it back. Let's do another one. Okay, so far so good. Down, back. Okay, we'll do another one. Back, go. You can hear the little gear shifting inside, or cams. Okay, I'll do another one. Back. Uh-oh. Let's see what happened. A little knot. But, you know, it did that, or the fabric, let's see, zoom in, where the fabric changed. So it wasn't 2 layers anymore, it's just 1. So I'm not gonna blame that on the machine. Yeah, it's doing good. It's doing good. I swear that actually happened though. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm gonna push it forward and then just try to reset it. Let's see if that works. It's not clicking. Well, I'm going to do a little straight stitch here. Maybe that'll reset it. Oh, it's still in buttonhole. Okay. Well, we're learning here together, okay? Straight stitch. Right here, I'm just going to do one real quick. Buttonhole, button dial, 5 stitch width. I'm going to go down, back. Make sure you clean your machines, friends. Yeah, it's working well. I'm happy. All right, here are those buttonholes. You just want to play around with it and practice making buttonholes. Cool. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I hope I was able to help, or maybe we could all learn something from it, like make sure you clean your machine a little more often than I do. And what happened with the buttons, I swear that happened. But buttons aren't so bad, especially when you can do a one-step buttonhole. If you like, you all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that helps. If you want to see me do something or need help with something, drop me a comment. All right, thanks.